Good evening, fellas, and welcome to another video with me, Vince at Modern Man Lifestyle. Thank you for joining. This is going to be a quick fire video, and it's on how to pass a shit test. Now, if you're wondering what's a shit test, it's essentially when a girl is trying to decipher whether you are a high value enough man for her to go on a date with, sleep with, be in a relationship, whatever it might be. What she's going to do is she's going to try and test you with little comments, little questions, and really try and gauge your value based on your reactions. Now, like all things in life, the more you react, the more you overreact, the worse you do. So don't be afraid to take time to consider, be silent, keep eye contact. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to give you a couple of examples and how to pass them, some common ones, and just a couple of my own experience. So the word shit test, I originally found it in the book The Game by Neil Strauss. If you haven't read it, it's fantastic. And it's essentially describing girls when he would go and try and chat them up or pick them up. They would throw kind of obstacles and hurdles in his way, which were called shit tests, and he had this, different ways of passing those. A common one that you will get a lot of the time is you'll be on a date with a girl, she'll invite you back to hers, or things will be getting a bit heated, and she'll say, "I'm not sleeping with you tonight." And that one I've heard, I cannot tell you how many times I've heard that one. Now, the worst thing to do in this situation is to get angry, frustrated, and be like, "Oh my God, you're not going to sleep with me? Why not? What's wrong? Why not?" Really like over the top, overreactions. That is a fail, and I've done that once. I've failed that once, bad way. And the worst part is I'd actually passed that shit test before and I failed it. So take it from me, it's a very common one. You'll get it a lot. The way to pass that is just to say, "What are you talking about? I'm not going to sleep with you. You got to wine and dine me first." Straight away, you're basically taking the sting out of it and you're putting it back on her. Or you could say, What are you talking about? I'm waiting for marriage. I'm a virgin." Smile, smirk. Honestly, that throws them off massively. Or if you've got some balls, as things are getting a bit heated, you could say the shit test to her before she even says it to you. So you're kissing, things are going well, and you know that she's going to give you that kind of like obstacle first and just say, "Look, don't get too excited. I don't put out in the first date. I'm a classy guy." This is a really good one. So if you've got the balls and you want to say that first, that will really intrigue them, and it basically preempts that shit test that's coming your way. Another one I got recently, and I get quite a lot, is I approached a girl on the street. She was walking past, pretty girl, said she was cute. I wanted to have a chat with her, a little bit of banter, asked for her phone number, and then on the first date we end up having, she was like, "So do you go up to all the girls then, or do you say you're cute to all the girls?" And I said, dead in the eye, I said, "Only the attractive ones." Silence. Loved it. She smirked, she laughed. I've met that head on, I've knocked out the park. What I'm saying is, no, I don't go up to every girl, I only go up to the ones I find attractive. So it's like a compliment, but it's also like, I am who I am, I'll do whatever I want, you're not going to faze me. That's one way of passing it. The other way of passing that is to expand and exaggerate. So she says, "Do you say that all the girls?" You say, "Yep, 500 a day." You've essentially just ripped her little hurdle, her little landmine out from under her, and that goes down well. So that's one. "I'm not going to sleep with you tonight," and you say that to all the girls. They're probably the two most common shit tests that I've experienced, and from what I hear in the manosphere, a lot of the guys do. And then finally, I met a girl a couple of months ago. We met on a night out, ended up having a really fun kind of one night stand, but I suppose we ended up hanging out all night, we ended up getting together. She was a wicked girl. We've been talking since, and she lives quite far away from me, and she said, "Look, I'm going to this conference for a couple of days, why don't you come down, my business will pay for it, it's hotel, food, everything." And me personally, I was like, "Yeah, I'm very keen, but I don't want to go for 2 nights. 2 nights and 3 days, I think it's just too much. I don't know this girl enough." So I said, "Yeah, I'm keen, but I can only do Saturday night. So I'll be there Saturday, stay Saturday night, and I'll leave Sunday." And she didn't reply until a day later, and she said, "This is the deal. It's amazing. This. You're either doing Friday to Sunday. It's all or nothing." And you might not think that's a shit test, but it was, because it was essentially she wants me to do what she wants, and I've said I don't want to. And the easiest thing to do there would have been like, yeah, you're right. Wow, you really sold it to me. Cool, I'll come the whole time. But I was like, actually, I don't want to spend 3 days with this girl. One day and night with her would be fantastic. I'm very excited to. But it's a long way to drive. I'd rather see some friends on the way down. So I texted her. I said, look, I appreciate the offer, but I can only the earliest I can be there is Saturday. I'd like to see you. As you can tell, I'm keen, but I can't do 3 days. Lo and behold, she texted me a couple hours later saying, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I just got a bit frustrated. I just got a little bit worried about being there at the conference on my own. I'd love to see you. Yeah, just come Saturday and leave Sunday." So I've literally just shown her that I'm willing to walk away from this. As much as I want to see her, I don't need her. Want but don't need. That's a slight segue, fellas. But essentially, that was a shit test in itself. It was, are you going to bend to my will? Are you going to do what I want? Or are you going to risk losing this opportunity? And truthfully, I was willing to risk it, because as much as I wanted to see her, I did not authentically want to spend 3 days with this girl. So that was another shit test. So just beware for those as well. And look, if you get them over text, or you get them over, like, if you get them over text, that's great, because you actually have a lot of time to like consider. You can like, oh, wait a minute, emotional reaction, hold off a little bit, have a little think, and decide how you want to react. In the moment, it's a little bit more, you've got to be a bit sharper. So just keep eye contact, smirk, expand, exaggerate, and take some of the examples that I used there as really useful ones. Anyway, lads, it's the quickest video I've done so far. We're going to leave you there. We'll catch you in the next video.